Thank you, Amazon Prime, for making my point. Hey everybody, I just want to make a really short, quick video about something that's really kind of near and dear to my heart. I tell anybody that will listen, I've said it numerous times, that you should always own and buy your own physical media, whether it's movies or music or whatever it is. Buy it and own it, because it can always either disappear or be altered or be changed, or something can happen to it and it won't be the thing you knew, loved, and or remembered. What brought this up was just that over the holiday season, just a week ago, getting ready for Christmas, my wife said, hey, look what's on Amazon Prime. I'm going to watch It's a Wonderful Life. I own it, but she had the streaming service up and started watching it. As she's watching the motion picture, she's enjoying it, she's really loving it. I couldn't believe she said she'd never seen it before, but whatever. As we're cruising through it, she had to stop the movie for just a second to get up and go to the bathroom. In that moment in time, I looked up and I said, 11 minutes left? How can that be right? It doesn't make any sense. You know, Jimmy Stewart and Clarence have to do the whole Pottersville thing. There's at least a half hour of this movie left. Why is it saying 11 minutes? And I noticed at the title top it said abridged version. I said, what's going on? So I grabbed my laptop, I start looking up really quick, and I find nothing but outrage and people upset because Amazon apparently removes 20 minutes of the movie for reasons unknown. I still don't understand till today. My wife walks back in the room, hits the start button. I said, honey, I think you're going to want to stop that and let me start up our version of it that we own. She's watching it, and as soon as the scene hit with Clarence and him, and all of a sudden it just cuts and he's running through the street saying, oh, Merry Christmas, everything's great. I said, stop it right there. This is where they cut everything apart. We put in the version of it that we owned, and she's watching it. You know, I backed it up a few minutes so she can get rolling again. And she's watching, she's like, oh my God, why would they cut all that out? That would ruin the whole movie if that wasn't in there. It took the whole point of the motion picture and pulled it out. This doesn't make any sense. I agreed. It didn't make any sense. But this is what I'm talking about. You have a wonderful movie, an all-time classic like It's a Wonderful Life, and you're going to remove 20 minutes of the movie that basically defines the movie? That shows you what the movie is worth, that shows you what his life would have been like, or the absence of his life and what it would have been like to all the people in town, and how it would have had just such a damning effect on them, and it was removed for God knows what reason. They'd never given an answer. This is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to owning your own physical media. It's bad enough when directors do it all the time, left and right. I mean, how many Blade Runner versions have we seen? How many times have we seen them re-release a movie and, oh, we've updated it. It's this, it's Blu-ray, it's 4K, it's this, and we've color corrected it, and we've put blue hues on this scene so you feel the cold. We don't need that. We want to see the motion pictures that we went and seen the way we remembered them. We want to see and enjoy them with some of it as nostalgia, yes, but as the way it was in our mind's eye when we were first exposed to it. We don't need to see them change the color palette. We don't need to see them take all these filters and put them on the motion pictures like Jim Cameron did when he redid the Aliens version, whatever, and they go through and they pull all the grain out, and all of a sudden everybody looks like a glossed over Facebook photo that's been printed, where everybody, the pores are gone, everything. It's just weird, and it looks horrible, and it's happening way too much. And by the way, this happens in music left and right. Every time they re-release an album, I'm telling you now, they're taking the voices, they're taking the vocals, they're putting them through autocorrect, they're changing the pitches, they're making every singer that ever sang sound spot on perfect all the time. So you're not getting the same records that were put out years ago, especially if they're live performances. I'm just letting you know. And they're doing it to everybody, no matter how good they were. Whether it was the Bee Gees to whoever, they're all changing it. So, my recommendation, if you get a shot, if you get a chance, always make sure you buy those DVDs. Always make sure you buy those CDs, and don't be afraid to buy them used. Don't be afraid to grab them anywhere for just a couple bucks. It's still the movie you remember. It's still the way it was meant to be, there for you to enjoy, and you know it cannot be altered in 10,000 other ways. Steven Spielberg isn't going to go into E.T. and pull the guns out of the cops' hands and put walkie-talkies in because everybody's upset about whatever the toy is, whatever the issue of the moment might be. You're going to see the motion picture the way it was made, the way it was meant to be seen. And you cannot, and I say this all the time to these Hollywood types and these directors and these filmmakers and whoever it is, you can't adjust what you did to a modern time or a modern flavor of the month or whatever it might be. It is a time stamp for when it was made, for what it was. Whether there's good in it or whether there's bad, whether there's nice or whether there's now offensive, it doesn't make a difference. It is what it is, and it was what it was when it was made. And that's the way it should be viewed. You don't learn from history by changing history. It's a stupid concept. So, all right, I went off on a tangent. Anyway, don't be afraid to buy. Streaming is fun, but if they can take out 20 minutes of It's a Wonderful Life, the 20 minutes that matter, it's like taking the Death Star blowing up out of Star Wars. What the fuck are you doing? Anyway, folks, be good. Take care. Stay out of trouble. Kind to a stranger and there for a friend. And never, ever take any bullshit from anybody. See y'all soon.